Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your dumbbell total body combo workout. This is a strength-based workout using combination exercises. I will give you many different options to work to your fitness level, but we're gonna be building strength. We're gonna get our heart rates up with some metabolic conditioning and cardio, and we'll work in some mobility. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting our bodies warm. We're gonna do a quick warm up where we get some muscle activation, some dynamic stretches, and some mobility and movement prep. You can go ahead and just be marching, pump those arms, and if you want, let's roll those shoulders. So we're just gonna get our body's temperature up, and then we'll be moving in some of the movement patterns that we're gonna be working with today. Before we add the weights, we wanna get them all warmed up right through here. So let's take it right here, big cross over and under with your arms, and then let's step out with that into a little side lunge. So today we have 3 quick circuits. They are fun, they are fast, everything is gonna be repeated once, so you will have 2 sets in each circuit, and everything is a combo move. So don't let that scare you. That actually makes it really fun. Good, let's take those arms up. We're gonna do a nice big Y, and then squat down right here. So toes out just a bit, so you can get that nice good stretch. So we are gonna get combo moves, and that means that often upper and lower is working together, or upper and core. I will be cueing you, and you can always, because everything has 2 moves, let's go ahead and take it right here, stretch those shoulders, because everything has 2 exercises within one. You can always do 1 the first time through, 1 the second time through, all right? So don't worry if it feels like too much for you, go ahead and roll it up. This time, arms up to an I, hinge, drive the hips to the back. Looks like this. So if something feels like too many parts, you just pick 1 to do the first time through, and then you can do it again the second time through. You can do the second exercise. So I'll cue you on what that actually means right through here. All right, hands down right here, pedal the feet. And if you are able, we're going to walk inchworm out right through here. If that is not right for you, then you can come down to your knees and just get a little stretch through here. If you're able, we're just gonna do a little step forward, reach, and back. Again, if that's not right for you, just come down on your knees. You can get a little back stretch here, or keep it up top, whatever is good for you. World's greatest stretch, we call this, because we get a lot of things stretching and working right through here. And then go ahead and come down on to those knees if you're not here already. Sit back to the child's pose, get a big stretch, and then come up onto all 4s. Getting that core activated. You can stay right through there, or if you want, you can come all the way up to that plank. Again, core activation, everything working hard right here. Take it back, bring it up. Yes, team. 1 more. And here, go ahead and walk those hands back. Ooh, take your time, whatever you need to do to slowly come back up right through here. All right, so tap it out and reach across. All right, so 3 quick circuits of combo moves, or sometimes we call them compound exercises. And again, you can separate them out if you want. I will talk you through that, all right? Heart rate is gonna stay up, so we're gonna be getting cardio as well. Metabolic conditioning, we get that, or metabolic resistance training, as in our heart rate is gonna stay up while we're also building strength. We do wanna overload the muscles, so go heavy if you can, but many of these exercises, again, are upper and lower together, so I will talk you through where you might wanna go a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier. All right, so starting with 1 weight. I'm gonna go something kind of medium, so I got my 15 here. We're gonna take it here. Right hand has the weight. I'm gonna sit low in a squat. As I come up, I'm gonna press. If you can, we're gonna do a rotational press. All right, so down, rotational press. So I turn on my knees and my hips. So we're gonna get shoulder, upper body push. We get a lot of core as we rotate. We get a lot of legs. If that's too heavy for you, you can take it between two hands, but we're still going to the right because then we'll go to the left in our second exercise. All right, so squat, rotational press. You can go one dumbbell between two hands or one here. I'm gonna start heavy. I may have to go lighter that second time through. So feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Zip up that core. Strong, solid foundation. Heart rate's already up there. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And up. Yes. Down. Get low in the legs. Rotate. Here to here. Woo! If you need to, you can always add an extra hand onto it. Maybe it starts to feel heavy or get into your shoulder. That's what's happening to me, but I'm gonna try it. And here, again, as we rotate, turn your knees and your hips. Feel your core engage. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we feel that, right? So a lot of heart rate. I still want you to still get low into your legs, still get that heart pumping, press up strong, and twist for the core. So upper body push, core low in the legs. Same thing, other side, rack it here. 3, 2, 1, and press. Down and up. Again, stabilizing here if you need to. And if you need to, you can always take it between two hands. Or here. Up. At least I tried it, right? We always want to try to go heavy. 10 seconds, then we're down either on the bench or on the mat for a little upper body, lower body, and core all together. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, team. Go ahead, if you have a bench, we're gonna use a bench for this. If you don't, you can take it down to the mat. You're gonna do a right-handed row and a left leg lift. So it's gonna look like this. A lot of core stabilization right through here. If you can, if you have an option of a bench that you can safely do this on, it's going to make it tougher for your core. It's gonna make it harder for your upper body, and you're gonna get more back activation. So hook that weight here. If this is not right for you, I want you just to do the row. You do you, be where you are today. Row and leg lift if you can. Here we go. It's challenging. I'm gonna bring my toe all the way to the ground. Second time through if you want, we're gonna keep it off the ground, but pull that weight towards your hip. Again, on the bench, it makes it a little more challenging in certain ways, but then you get a little bit more range of motion. You can drop that dumbbell down further than just the floor, right? So that's the advantage of that. And here, breathe. Yes, 10 seconds. What helps is to really hook that toe on the back of the bench. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, team, switch it to that other side. So again, if your left hand is doing the row, your right leg is lifting, hook that left toe. You can be on the ground, on the mat, or you can be on the bench, but keeping the hips and the shoulders square while we pull the weight towards the hip. Here we go. So most of our circuits are gonna have one exercise, standing, one on the bench or the mat. So we get a little bit of a breather for our heart rate, but we still get a lot of muscle activation. So if you still feel your heart rate up, I know I do, it's because lots of things are working right here. Here we go. And down. Yes, 5 seconds right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. Whoo! All right, team, back to that squat and that press, all right? Both of these have some indirect core, right? We rotate here. Let's go ahead and grab that weight. Lower body, upper body, and core. Here we go. Did I mention everything is 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Nothing fancy. And again, if you'd rather, if you feel better going heavier, but keeping 2 hands on the weight, go for that. If you want to go a little lighter and be a little bit what we call offset, where the weight's on one side, core has to stabilize, you can do that too. Right here, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, team. Catch your breath. Same thing. Other side. We're taking it here. Zip up that core. Squat low. Press and rotate. In 3. Zip it up. 2, 1. Low to high. Right here. This arm out just helps you keep it a little more stable, right? Right here. So I love doing these compound when we're trying to get something in short and effectively, where we can work a lot of things at once. It also helps improve our coordination, our balance, right? Everything working to stabilize while we move in different planes of motion, right? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. All right, team, we are back onto the bench or the floor for that row and leg lift. This time, if you want to keep the foot off the ground, you can still do the little leg lift to get the glutes and hamstring, but don't let it touch the ground. It'll make it a little tougher. So here, right knee on the ground, right hand has the weight, left leg lifting. Here we go. Right arm rowing. So again, if you want to just let that toe float, right here, I know. Breathe. Yes, you can. Pull up, drop it down. Ha, I know, the balance is hard. Remind yourself it's hard because you're working hard. I like to do a lot of what I call sneaky core, right? 3, 2, 1. Switch it to that other side. Then this circuit is done. Moving on to our next one. So other side with the row, other side with the leg up. Zip up that core. Keep those hips square. So pulling in the back, tightening all the way down the posterior chain, so all through the back of the body. Here we go. Trying to let that toe just kind of float over, not touching the ground, just hovering over the ground. Right here. Ha. Right here. Yes. 15 seconds. Squeezing in the shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, man, y'all. Grab a sip of water after that. Whew, I know. Here we go. Grab a quick sip. Yes, team. Cheers, y'all. It is getting warm in here. All right, we're gonna get a version of a lunge, but it's a push lunge. I think you're gonna like it. We're gonna add some upper to it. Here we go. Okay, so we are back. We're getting it done. This is what's called a push lunge. So we're gonna keep one foot forward. Instead of dropping in that lunge, we're hinging forward into the lunge. We're pushing out of the front. What we're gonna add to that, if you want, is we're gonna do a bicep curl, and then we're gonna push back, squeezing in the back muscles. So we get biceps and triceps, okay? You gotta get your chest low, curl to here, and then back. You can make it as slow as you need to, whatever weights you need to, but you're hinging and lunging forward only into that front leg. Your other leg is just hanging out, curl and push. All right, are we ready? I'm gonna turn those palms forward. 3, 2, I know it's a little tricky. Push out. You don't have to squeeze very hard in the back. You can kind of think of it like a lat sweep, but it's gonna throw your balance. So again, sneaky core. If you wanna just do the curl, you can do that too. And bring it up, just a little squeeze, yes. And up, woo! Breathe. A lot of things working, a lot of balance for core, upper, pull, squeeze, and breathe. Whoo, that is hard, right? It's hard because you stay front in that leg. It's hard because you get biceps and back and triceps. Let's do that all again on the other side. Nice wide stance. Again, here, push out. That's why we call it a push lunge. Here we go. Forward, curl, push back and squeeze. We're used to doing this push lunge here, right? And you're welcome to do this. Where we keep the weight in front, that helps more with the balance, but we're adding a little lift to it, right? Curl and back. Curl. Good news, second time through, we're just gonna separate them out. We won't do that normally, but because this one is tricky, right? And here, 3, 2, 1. Harder than it looks, right? All right, down onto your back, either on the bench or on the ground. We are gonna do a chest fly. So we're opening out like we're hugging a tree, holding a beach ball. We're gonna do that as we lower our legs in scissors, all right? So fly with both arms. Scissors come down one at a time. It's gonna look like this. So as you get situated, flex those feet, squeeze those inner thighs. You're gonna go out as one goes down, then squeeze everything in. So go ahead and join me here. If that feels like too much, just pick one and do the other the next time. Here we go. Lower the leg, do the fly, squeeze. Really stabilize in that core so you don't have to go super low with the legs, right? We wanna tuck the pelvis. We wanna do a gentle lift of the pelvic floor. Right here. And bring it in. Yes. Right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh man. You guys stay right where you are. We're adding onto this one more on the bench. We are just gonna get a pullover crunch. So we're gonna take it here. We're gonna do a little lift here. Just through the center, second time through, we'll add a little twist, okay? You can do it with or without the weight. Here we go, pull over, little lift of the shoulders. So you can keep those feet down. If it feels good to you, bring the feet up. So you can just stay engaged. You really don't have to move with the lower body. Keep the knees and feet in tabletop, but feel that deep, deep core as you lift. Yes, here we go. Oh man, yes team. We got 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, team, so I want you to find something heavier because as promised, second time through, we're just gonna do the lunge on its own, push lunge on its own. So heavy weights, no upper body. Here to here. In between, we're gonna get that curl and that push so you can really stabilize. So I'm gonna go heavy, heavier, a little lighter for my knees for this, and then I'm gonna switch right and left. We'll get some upper body in between. So separating them out. Normally in a workout, we do that first before we put them together, but why not mix it up this time? Push lunge, here we go. Go forward, push out of it, right? You're here, and breathe. Yes, get low, and push. So it really is a cross between a hinge and up, right here, down. Boom. 10 seconds. A little bit strange for a lunge, but I love this lunge as an option when people feel like that back knee really feels it, and relax. That's especially me right now when I lunge with this knee going back. It's a nice way you take the flexion out of that back knee. All right, grab something medium that you can do the motion that we did before. So we're gonna stay in a hinge. We're gonna do a bicep curl into a little lat sweep. So on this time, you can really push up a little bit more. Ready, here we go. Biceps, sweep, squeeze in the back. So back of the shoulders, triceps, here, yes you can. Right here, up and down. Curl, lat sweep. Sweep, so we get back and back of the arms. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ho! All right, team, other side, left side in that push lunge. Let's take it forward, nice and wide. Again, leaning into that front leg so we get sort of a half lunge, half hinge, almost like sneaking in a little deadlift. Here we go. Push out of it. I love showing this to people when they're like, I just can't do lunges. And then we try this one and you're like, oh, that's not so bad. Here we go. We all can find a way usually to do something, even if we have to adjust for where you are in your journey. Still lots of balance, right? We're gonna finish it after this with that fly and with that pullover crunch. Lots of core and upper. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes. Gonna feel this more than you think, right? All right, down onto your back right here, team. We got it. We're taking it down. Chest fly. And if you wanna add the leg lower, you can. You don't have to get super low, but let's tuck that core in tight. Start with the fly. Here we go. Out. Squeeze it in. If you want to lower the leg, lower the leg. Right here. And again, you can always just do one or the other. Maybe you did the fly the first time, now you're doing the leg lower. That works too. And up. So close. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down where you are with or without your weight. You're going up, little cross to the knee on the outside. If you want to keep this no weight or just with the shoulders down, let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Right here. Notice how it's gonna pull you gently to one side. If you wanna have the feet in tabletop to make it a little tougher, you can. And here, yes you can. And breathe, whoo! Huh. Yes! Here we go, team. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Woo! All right, team, grab a quick sip of water. We got one more round. It's a fast one. Here we go. Cheers, y'all. All right, getting it done. Another sort of squat and hinge exercise together, right? So we're gonna do a plie squat, but we're gonna do a row with it. So plie down, then like a sumo deadlift, do the row, everything comes up, okay? So you can probably go with something heavy, right? We're gonna keep that. I know we're getting a lot of back in this workout, and that is intentional. Then we got some triceps, then we're taking it down. So go ahead and bring it here, shoulders back. It's a half plie, half hinge, row at the bottom, and then bring it up. Here we go. Shoulders back, core engaged. Right here. Do the row, and bring it up. So previously we did the row with the leg lift, so we got back of the legs. Now we're getting some quads, some glutes, some inner thighs. And up right here. I try to keep all my full body. We really hit everything, but most of us need a little more in our back, in our pull muscles. Why? Because we sit at our desk, we sit in our cars, we sit in the chairs, we look at our phones. All of those things combined can really do a number on our posture. It's always good to get that extra work in the back. Let's get one more. And relax. All right, team, so now we have one weight. Here's what I want. We're gonna get a little chop for the core. Up and up, triceps right here. Chop, up and up, tries. So I don't want you to feel like you have to swing it all the way up. Chop, and then bring it back with control, all right? Second time through, we're just doing the tries. We're gonna get the sneaky core with this one. Almost there. Core engaged, chop one side, come up through the center, triceps overhead. Here we go. Chop, up, steady it, right here. Up, chop, up. If that feels too weird, just do the chop or just do the tries. I know a lot of these combo moves, again, we want to train for them. We want to have some isolations when we really hit it hard going heavy, but we also want to train for these things together because often we're working and moving in these motions, picking something off the floor, putting it on a shelf, right? All of those things, and relax. All right, team, last thing in this, on the floor or standing, you're just gonna do a little knee cross, standing if you want, knee cross from the mat, no weight, but think of it as a little mountain climber if you want. Whoo. Shoulder blades, bring it up, here we go. Knee across, knee across. You can run it, you can really make it a little more of a cardio move, or you can just really focus on that core, right? I know, I feel it too, right here. Yes. Stay lifted in the center. If you need to put the knees down, you can go back instead of up, right? 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. All right, team, bring it up. All right, back to those again, one more time. We got our plie. You can go a little wider with that row. We're going just our tries. We're gonna finish with that. All right, let's grab those weights. Here we go. Plie and row. Here we go. Plie. A little wider if you want. All the way up. Shoulders back the whole time. Nice, good hinge. Stand up straight. Again, you should feel through the back of the legs, through the glutes and hamstrings, while we also get quads and sneaky core. Right here. Down. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. One heavy weight going over your head. All right, if that feels better to hold it here, you can do it that way. I'm gonna try that. Otherwise, hands on either side, going up above your head. And then we're trying to come down as far as we can go, keeping those elbows in. Here we go. Up. If you start to feel like you're arching your back, you can always stagger your feet. We wanna try to keep our hips and our ribs aligned as much as we can, but we can also keep a little kickstand in the back to help you feel like you're not here, right? Really stabilize. Whoo, burn. Yes, team. 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, last one, guys. And guess what? We're gonna consider this a bonus move, even though it's the last move of the circuit. Here's what we're gonna add. We're gonna cross for 4, and then you can either do a little squat and hold, or you can do a little pop-up. So if you're standing here, squat and hold. If you're down below, we're gonna cross for 4, cross for 4, and then pop up here. All right, we're going 60 seconds. Let's finish it out. We got it in 3, 2, 1. Cross 4, 3, 2, 1. At your own pace, squat it or pop it up. You can walk it or jump it in and out. And here, right here, trying to get those feet flat down. So I'm gonna jump it in, but walk it back. Strong core, and here. If you really wanna get fancy with it, add a little push up, but you don't have to. If you're standing, obviously you don't have to do the push up, but if you wanna add a little extra, low, right here, low, yes you can, almost there. I know, team. And here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one right here, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Right where you are, sit back into your child's pose. Reach those hands forward. I know, I feel it too. Right here. And breathe, stretch back, reach those hands forward. And slowly roll it up and down. Through the back. Roll back onto your feet. How do you feel? I know that was a lot of compound moves, and a lot of my workouts will just stick back to basics and go heavy, slowly bring it up halfway, standing cat-cow, or we'll do compound moves and then some isolations, some back to basics, slowly round it up. But it is fun sometimes to have a workout like that where we get a lot in just about 30 minutes. I know, slightly over, that's okay. Whew. We'll keep this cool down short, but promise me that you will get some stretching on your own and that you'll get some mobility and flexibility in throughout your days and weeks. Obviously, I have a lot of, let's take those fingertips down, stretch it here. A lot of mobility workouts, active recovery, yoga, Pilates, things on my YouTube channel and within the app. Let's take it here. So make sure you get that. Leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, join us on the app. Thank you so much for being here. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your dumbbell total body combo workout. Great job, everybody.